Hello. Yes. Hello, people. My name is Anika. My name is Insha, and you are watching IELTS Anika. So today I'm going to discuss writing task 2 basics, basics for band 7, and today I'm going to discuss mainly your structures and your pattern of writing task 2. Now coming on to task 2, your task 2 is same for your academic as well as your general IELTS. Okay, and the minimum word length that you have to write in your task 2 is 250 words, and you can shift, you can write till 290 or 285. Don't go beyond 300 words because then you will get less time to write for your task 1. Okay, so the word length should be between 250 to 285. Cool. After that, your task 2 is has double weightage than your task 1. So if your task 1 is weighed out of 3 bands, your task 2 is weighed out of 6 bands. So you have to work double hard in your task 2. Okay. So it's an opinion based essay in which your opinions or your views are asked. Okay. So today we are going to discuss the pattern of it with the help of an example. So let me share my screen. Okay, here it is. So the question I have for you here is, successful sports professionals earn a great deal more money than people in other professions. Some people think it is justified while others think it is unfair. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So we have two things here. First is we are talking about successful sports professionals, not any sports professionals, but successful sports professionals. They earn a great deal more money than other professions. That's the question. Now they have given me two views here. First is that some people think it is justified while others think it is unfair. So I have to discuss both the views. Now most of the people don't know what the views are. Okay. So the first view is that giving them more money is justified. This is your first view. Okay. And your second view is that giving them more money is unfair. I have to discuss these both views in my two body paragraphs and then I have to give my opinion. Okay. So, coming on to your introduction, first I will start with my thesis statement. What do you mean by a thesis statement? A thesis statement is a general statement, or what I can say, a foundation of your essay. Okay. For example, in your debate, if you have a topic, first you talk generally about the topic just to make a foundation. Okay. The same you have to do in your essay. You have to write a thesis or a general statement, but it should be a single line statement, not more than that. Otherwise, your word length will shorten. Okay. Then you have to paraphrase your statement that is given to you, the question that is given to you. So this is the statement I need to paraphrase. Some people think it is justified while others think it is unfair. Paraphrasing means without changing the meaning, I have to write in my own words. Okay, that is called paraphrasing. And then because they have asked for my opinion, I have to give my opinion on which side I am. Whether I believe that giving more money to them is justified or whether I think it is unfair. Okay, so that's how I have to write my introduction. So I've written a sample introduction here for you. Let's look at that. The first line is, accomplished sportsmen are highly paid professionals. That is my thesis or general statement. Now keep in check that your thesis or general statement is a fact, something that happens in the world, not an assumption. Okay, so you can't put an assumption in your thesis statement, you have to put a fact in your thesis statement. The next one is paraphrasing. A section of society opines that such high compensation is at par with market expectations, while others beg to differ. A section of society means a set of people, opines means think that such high compensation is at par with market expectation. High compensation, their money, the money that we give them, okay, is justified while others beg to differ. I can also write that such high compensation is reasonable, synonym of justified, okay, while others disagree. Okay. Now I'm giving my opinion. Arts being a consumer driven society, I strongly agree that high remuneration for successful sportsmen is completely justified. Over the course of this essay, I will discuss both viewpoints. So my opinion is that giving high remuneration means salary, earning, okay? To successful sportsmen or to athletes is justified. And then I will tell about what I'm going to write in my body paragraphs. Understood the introduction? First, you have to get on with your thesis statement or general statement. Then you have to paraphrase the question that is given to you, and then you have to give your opinion. Now let's move to our first body paragraph. Now we are going to talk about our two viewpoints that is given in the question. My first viewpoint was that giving them successful sports person more money is justified. Now I have to answer the question why it is justified. Okay, why should I give them more money or why they should deserve to earn more money? How I will structure my body paragraph. I have to keep a point. First point, like for example, I have this is my first reason. Point one. I will explain the point first. Okay, then I will give an example and then I will explain the example. That's the basic structure you can follow in your body paragraph to make a well developed point. Okay, for example, I have given a point here which is physical fitness. Now, for sports professionals, physical fitness is of utmost importance. Why? Because if they are not physical fit, or even a small sprain or an injury can keep them out of the match or out of the series, and they don't earn for the match if they are kept out of that match, right? So, for them, physical fitness is very, very important. So, this is my explanation of physical fitness. Okay, they have to keep themselves physically fit 24 by 7. Now, I have to give an example. I can talk about Yuvraj Singh. Yuvraj Singh is a very famous cricketer of Indian cricket team. Few years back, he had cancer and he took a break from international cricket for around 1 year. When he came back to international cricket after the treatment, he played just for a few months for international cricket team and then he retired. Why was that? Because his physical fitness was not as much as it was before his illness. So he had to retire. So that's how big impact physical fitness has on the career lives of sports professionals or athletes. Okay. So my example is about Yuvraj Singh. Cool. So I have to explain my example also. So this is my first point. I made my first point that was physical fitness. I explained the point. I put an example of Yuvraj Singh, who is a famous cricketer, and then I related the example, explained the example with the question. Okay, how do I relate it with the point? The next point is career span. Now we all know that most of the athletes have career span of around 20 years. Okay, on an average it is 10 to 15 years. But if I compare it with other professions like teachers, doctors, army, they all have a career span of at least 40 years. So we all spend at least 40 years of our life working, whereas the athletes or sportsmen work only for half of that time, and they are paid for their work only for that half of time, right? So they should be given more money in that half time because they work less, right? Therefore, giving them more money is justified. They deserve more money. Now, giving an example, I can talk about Sachin Tendulkar, who is again a very famous cricketer. Okay, so he worked or he played for around 20 to 25 years of his life, and that was a very long tenure for any cricketer. Okay, and still getting playing for around the longest in cricket history. Still, he played half of what we work, other professions work in their last lifetime. Therefore, giving them more money is justified. Understood my point? The next body paragraph is where I have to discuss my second viewpoint, that is why it is unfair, why giving them more money is unfair. Okay. Now, if we think about it like uh, closely, we can see that when sportsmen play, are they doing anything for the society by playing? They are providing us entertainment. Yes, they are playing for the nation, of course. But are they literally doing something for the society when they play? No. If I talk about teachers or doctors, when they work, what is their work? A teacher teaches. If she teaches or he teaches, what is he doing for the society? They're educating the youth of the society. If a doctor works, he is helping the society to keep fit. Okay, so through their work, a doctor or a teacher is helping servicing the society in a way. But your sportsmen are not servicing the society in any way by playing. I'm just talking about their work, right? So compared to other professions, our sportsmen are not providing anything to the society. Although we say that they are playing for the nation, but they are just providing us entertainment. And we can live without entertainment. Can we live without teachers or doctors or army? We can't. They are very vital for a society, these professions. Okay. Therefore, it is unfair to give them more money. This money should be given to other professions. Okay. Now I have to put an example. If you think clearly, this is an example that is happening all around us right now. That is COVID-19 situation. Now, what is happening in this COVID-19 situation? Our doctors are the frontline workers. They are they are working for 12 to 14 hours a day just to keep our society fit and healthy. Okay, and what are our sportsmen doing? Nothing. They are locked up in their homes. Okay, so in place of societal service, if I talk about societal service, our sportsmen are doing nothing, whereas our other professions, which are teachers, doctors, army, they are providing something to the society by the way of their work. Okay, so they should be given more money. Understood? Last is your conclusion. Whenever I write a conclusion, I have to summarize all the points I have written in my body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. I can't miss any. Okay. First, I will write the outline of body 1, body 2, and then I will give my opinion. You can't just write about the point of your body paragraph 2 and then give your opinion. Okay. Because conclusion means to summarize it. So, giving you a sample conclusion. In conclusion, although contribution done by professionals and entertainment that sports stars have brought us cannot be denied, I strongly oppose their high earnings as their services are not vital to the society. So what I have done, I have written about the pointers I have used in my body paragraph 1, and I have written about the pointers I have used in my body paragraph 2, and I have given my opinion also. So that's how you have to give your opinion in your conclusion. Okay, conclusion means to summarize. You have to summarize everything you have written in the essay. Keep note of that, even if the opinion is not asked. Now, coming back to your body paragraphs, there's one main thing that is very important in your task two, that is examples. Everyone tells you to write good examples. Okay. Now, how you can write good examples? Whenever you're writing an example, think about that your writing is being checked by someone out of the country. If I'm in India, my writing is checked by someone who is in China. So I have to write an example that he or she can relate to. How I can write that example? If the example is of international level, or the personalities I'm using are internationally acclaimed or internationally famous or international circumstances. Okay, so that's how I can make the examiner relate to my examples. Okay, so whenever you write an example, just try finding those examples which are very famous, and that too internationally. For example, COVID-19. COVID-19 is in everywhere in the world. Everyone can relate to it, right? If I talk about the movement that just happened in USA, Black Lives Matter. So this was quite famous. I can talk about that and everyone can relate to it. Okay. So try writing examples, real life examples. Okay. Not assumptions, real life examples that anyone can relate to. If the examiner is able to relate to your examples, he is able to catch your thought process and there are more chances of getting good score. Okay. Now there will be some questions or some statements in which you there won't be any international examples or you won't be able to find examples at all. In that case, you can write your personal examples, but avoid it as much as you can. And again, for your body paragraph, first write down the point, explain the point, write the example, and then explain the example. This is called a well developed idea. It doesn't matter how many pointers you put in one body paragraph. What matters is how well developed your idea is. So make sure you develop your idea in a well defined way. Okay, and do put examples. So this was all, and now let's move on to our parameters. Now coming on to your writing and speaking also. Your writing and speaking are subjective modules of IELTS. Subjective means that nothing is right and wrong there. There is no correct answer and there is no wrong answer in your writing and your speaking. It depends on how you speak or how well you write, the kind of language you write, how well you use your conjunctions, connectors, and all that stuff. Okay. So there are four parameters that the examiner or the examination body has kept on which your essay is assessed. The first one is task achievement. Task achievement means whatever is asked in the essay, are you addressing that only, or are you deviating from the topic? For example, the question is internet is doing wonders in medical field. Give your opinion. And you are writing about internet and communication. Internet is has improved communication a lot. We can communicate to people who are very, you can say, far away from us. But that wasn't asked in the question, right? The question just related internet to only medical facilities. So you have to talk about that only, nothing else. So this is called task achievement. You just have to talk about something that is asked in the question, nothing else. And you don't have that much word length to talk about something else. Okay. The next one is your coherence and cohesion. Coherence and cohesion means your structure and your flow of the essay. Structure is the way I just told you, four paragraphs, introduction, first introduction, and conclusion, and two body paragraphs. Okay, this is a structure of an essay. Now, it doesn't mean that the structure I have given you is the only structure you can write. You can write three body paragraphs also. You can write four body paragraphs also. It's up to you. Okay, but make sure that the central idea of each body paragraph is different. It shouldn't be like that you are writing one body paragraph which has the same central idea to the second body paragraph. Okay, so keep central ideas different. This is called your structuring of your essay. The second point is flow of the essay. How good your flow is, logically how good you have connected the sentences or paragraphs. In layman language, it is understandability of the essay. Am I able to understand your essay? Am I able to relate to your essay? Okay, so if I'm not able to understand your essay, or your essay is confusing me, that means it is not coherent. Okay, so make sure your essay is understandable. Understood? The third one is vocabulary or lexical resource. Now, lexical resource means using a range of vocabulary in your essay. Range of vocabulary doesn't mean that you have to use very heavy words or different words. You can use synonyms. You can, if I'm writing I am happy, I can write I'm joyful, I'm jovial. Okay, so this is also range of vocabulary. And you have to use connectors. Try using more and more connectors, but in an efficient way. What are connectors? Connectors are which connect two sentences. For example, which, so that, however, moreover, nonetheless, although, that. These are your connectors. Okay, so try using connectors wherever you can. Now if I give you an example here, um, I go to school which is nearby my home. So here the which is a connector. Okay, so this can also add to my vocabulary points. I don't just have to write very heavy words or very different words. I can use if I can make efficient use of connectors, and I can build points in my vocabulary section. Okay, the last one is grammatical range and accuracy. Now, accuracy means how accurate is your essay grammatically. Are there any grammatical mistakes or not? Grammatical range means that how what type of sentences you use. Are your sentences simple or are your sentences complex? Now, what do you mean by a complex sentence? Complex sentence is nothing but a sentence that is connected by a connector. If I take the same sentence that I took before, the statements I can use is I go to school, it is nearby my home. These are two statements. I can connect them. I go to school, which is nearby my home. Okay, or I can use any other such kind of statement. For example, this man works in the carpenter shop, or this is the man, or Raj is the man who works in the carpenter shop. Okay, so who is a connector here? So this is your complex sentence. Now you have to use a combination of your simple and complex sentences in your grammatical range to fetch marks. Okay, plus you have to use different kind of tenses. Now you have three kind of tenses, and then they're further divided into four parts. Okay, like present perfect continuous, present simple, and present continuous. So try using different words. Try using not different words, different tenses wherever you can. Try using present perfect. Okay, so these kind of things can fetch you marks in your grammatical range. So each parameter is has equal marks, that is 25%. 25% marks, okay, and you have to improve all your parameters so that you can get a good score. Now, to get a good score, just keep in just keep in mind your examples structure, the pointers that you write. Okay, this can fetch you. Even the simplest of points can fetch you good marks. Okay, so yeah, this was all from my side. And if you have any doubts, please let me know. And you can connect to me on my Facebook page. That's IELTS Anika. I'll share the link below. And if you want to take individual classes from me, you can also DM me in my Facebook. Thank you so much.